Welcome back to the Right Read podcast. I am Isaiah. You can find me on Twitter at user G Supremacy.
DeAndre, you can find me at always late 223. Actually, you can find me at Williams WILLUMZ.
Yeah, I'm Usad. You can find me on Twitter at UsadNBA.
I am Punctual Will. You can find me Instagram, Twitter at Bias Houston. Man.
Yeah. So do I have like a tech now or something?
I say yeah, but I guess like
Is that a flagrant?
That's a flagrant.
I'll take a flagrant.
Yeah.
I'll take a flagrant.
Peek behind the curtain. We were supposed to record this yesterday, but a certain someone forgot we had a podcast recording lined up.
Ball is life, man.
Yeah, it's not like we record normally on the same 2 days a week.
Same 2 days.
It's not like we have a schedule or something.
So that's a flagrant. We need people at home Q tracks. I have a flagrant one. I got a flagrant one on my resume. So
Yeah.
all right.
How many tech points is a flagrant? Isn't it 2?
No, it's not.
Or it's not.
It's not a tech. No, I know the Warriors did this with Draymond.
Yeah, he
Draymond
got
can
a
get
flagrant.
one tech and a flagrant one, and
That
now
was
it's
so
ejected.
crazy, bro.
You can get one of each, and then
Yes.
I meant like
Yeah.
towards suspension.
Oh,
But I could have sworn a flagrant does.
I think
don't
it
get
is
enough
2 in
flagrants
that
to
case.
get
Yeah.
suspended off of.
You know what? We'll look that up and come
If
back to
you
it.
get flagrants, you don't need the flagrant.
We'll look it up and
think-
come back to it.
Because it's so random, but I think the Dylan Brooks suspension was because he got a flagrant and it totaled up to his tech point.
I think it counted as a tech.
Yeah. You are right. No, flagrants do count towards tech points. I don't know what it's worth.
Yeah, they don't count
Hey, you
towards
trying to
techs
give me
in
extra
games.
text? Why can't I just get the flagrant
No,
one?
I'm just because you know
we gotta get the fines and stuff now?
you gotta get a certain amount of technicals before you get suspended. Gang, you gotta you know what I mean, count the tech points, bro. Shit, you the first person to get a flagrant game. Hey, you in the
Let's see, yeah,
front?
man. We
Yeah,
still
man.
riding the rule book.
In like 5 episodes, it's gonna be the right read with Miles Laurent, man.
No, we're
Pete was about to happen, bro.
So I don't know. I mean,
just gonna have to sub in.
Anyways,
yeah, I don't have to go down this.
I'll say we're getting way crazy tangent.
Go to the
Anyway,
comment section.
today this is Eastern Conference contenders or pretenders. We are once again doing the top 6 seeds. We're gonna go down the list. We are not including any play-in teams here, but just in case people are upset, once again it would be stunned if the Magic, Heat, Hawks, or Hornets
They
win
did it
the title
before.
this year.
Well, they didn't went there before. They ain't
Yeah,
went there.
I think we could just say all of those are
Yeah, I don't
pretenders.
think Jimmy's walking
Off
through that
the
Miami
jump.
locker room.
Yeah, I was at this point,
they got no one
who
pounds.
is? Like Heroes injured.
Yeah.
too? Like
Everybody hurt. Actually,
Bro,
now to think about it. Everybody.
the Bam interview fried me. He was like, "Man, we should be better than this."
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, well, if only someone could do something
Yeah.
about that.
It's like we should
But yeah,
be better than this. No, you shouldn't. Man, you guys are kind of right where you belong.
But yeah, you start straight from the top. Best record in the entire NBA
Yes.
up to this point, and we are in March, so this is very real. It's not like a 12-2 start or something. 44-14, the Detroit Pistons. Contenders or pretenders?
I think they are real contenders.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think they have to. They have to be
think
contenders.
they gotta be.
Title threat.
Isaiah?
I mean, they're. So I guess I can say this now since you know we are talking about the East. I think in the context of getting out the East, they're a contender. I would be actually stunned if any of these teams actually win, though.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Well, so then I'll put it that way. Because I feel like that was a prevailing thing that we were talking about last year with the Pacers, right? And we saw that series, which on paper people were like, okay, so you should run away with this. And it came down to a popped Achilles in a Game 7 to actually give the win to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'm gonna be real though. One, I was one of the people saying this series is gonna be closer than a lot of people think it is, and two, I think the Pacers are just better than all these Eastern Conference teams right now. Like I think,
But did you feel that going into the playoffs?
yeah,
I'll say to be fair, Isaiah.
because
I guess, yeah, that's true.
Halliburton was injured for like a large part of the season, and that was when they were kind of like muddling. But if you look at when he came back from like December all the way until the playoffs, they were like, I think like 2 in net rating. They had a like top 10 defense. They were like a top
Okay.
5 offense. Like
That's fair.
they looked like a contender.
Yeah. I just think that if you have a very, very good chance, and I think we're going to talk about this, but I think they're one of like maybe 2 teams that I would say are like the favorites to come out the
Yeah,
East
you
right
make it
now.
there, you have a chance to win.
Yeah, if you're 1 series away from a title, you're a contender.
I
Like,
think
I think
that
that's very fair.
what's kind of skewing this conversation is how good the Thunder and the Nuggets are.
Yeah.
I think if we remove them from the conversation,
I don't
I think there's a real
agree with
chance.
you don't agree that
I think
Okay,
this-
so real.
if you
real,
remove the Nuggets from the conversation,
genuine
go
question,
ahead.
and
Yeah.
I want to pose this hypothetical to everyone on the panel. if the Rockets and Timberwolves were in the Eastern Conference, what seeds
The
would they
Pistons
be?
are better than us.
Yeah, I think the
What
Pistons are
seed
still
would
better.
they be?
2 and 3.
Yeah.
2 and 3, probably.
I'm gonna be. I don't
The
know.
Pistons would be
man.
better than both teams.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know,
I think the
man.
Pistons
still
are
have better.
the
Have y'all
Pistons
seen the
are the
Rockets
fourth.
and Timberwolves
I think
record
the one
against
thing I
the
can't,
East?
if we're going regular season wins, what does back in the regular season, which I think could be, depending on how you look at it, a positive or negative for the Pistons, they've played the most clutch games in basketball.
They have.
Like
Yeah.
they are just by far and away. If you want to say they're the best clutch team in basketball, I don't think anyone has an argument. They have the most wins. I want to say they're 22 and 10 in
Something like
32
that, yeah.
clutch games. And they've been consistent in them, and that does boil down to Kay Cunningham. Really, really taking a leap in those moments because something we saw from him last year that in the playoffs, he did struggle with generating offense at times, not turning the ball over.
3-point shooting was a bit rough.
Three-point shooting was
yeah.
a bit rough, but you've kind of seen the leaps in the progression in those areas this season, and I think it's showing up in their clutch wins. In a regular season context, I think that knowing what we know now about the Pistons, it's a pretty safe bet to say, I think, regardless of who was healthy, who wasn't healthy, they would have had a fair shot at securing home court advantage. And I think
Yeah.
if you could do that in the East, especially, just having home court in the playoffs and holding serve, that matters so much. You know, I mean, they get 2 games guaranteed at Little Caesars. That means something. So I think that they're real contenders for that because to that point as well, if an NBA Finals game were to start right now, Game 1 is being played in Little Caesars Arena in
Yep.
Detroit.
Yep.
And they get 4 home games if it potentially goes to a Game 7. I think that matters. So yeah, I would say that they're a legitimate contender at this point. I can't
Yeah.
throw them in the pretender pile.
I Pretender just feels
No,
way
they-
too
they
harsh.
are
Yeah, it has to be
contenders, but-
contenders.
I don't know, like, because gang, like the Rockets and Timberwolves have a 16-5 and 15-6 record against the East. I think it is a very real, reasonable statement to say that if either one, and mind you, this is what the 3rd and 5th seed
Yeah,
in the West. I think it is a reasonable argument to assert that if either one of those teams were in the Eastern Conference, they would at the very least be fighting for the top record, if not have the top record.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
be real,
We
gang,
even
like.
played like because
Yeah.
you say that, but then a lot of our L's this year have come to bottom 5 teams.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine, game, but we have an 80 win percentage against the whole conference.
No,
Like
but
the
my
entire
thing
conference.
my thing
So the
is,
Pistons ain't dropping games.
that's
to
what I'm saying.
the
I still
Kings.
think
They ain't dropping-
the Pistons are a better team than the Rockets
Just
and
dropping
Timberwolves this
this
year.
Cavs, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Pistons are,
They won that game against the
bro,
Cavs.
in my estimation, this is the 4th best team in basketball right now.
You said 4?
Yeah.
I mean,
Who
they're
was third?
they're
I
the
put
second best
Spurs.
defense in the league.
Give me the
I don't
Pistons
know,
over
I
the
think
man.
I would.
Nah,
I don't know, man.
my thing
the
is,
Pistons-
did you see the last time they played?
I don't know.
Spurs kind of dog walked them.
I mean, it's regular season context.
I mean, but it was.
No Isaiah Stewart on that one, so I'm still kind of like.
I mean, yeah, okay,
he's
I
very
guess.
important to their team.
I guess I'm just not as high on the Pistons. bro.
Nah.
I don't
Nah,
know.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that I've seen from playoff basketball is defense travels and the style of defense they play will travel.
Yeah.
I think if you want to say some of their defenders might not look great in a 7-game series, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, even maybe an Isaiah Stewart, we'll see how they look. But I think Kay Cunningham has taken enough of a leap for you to trust him as a number 1 in these series. And if you trust him as a number 1 with this type of defense, at least against these teams in the East right now, barring, we'll get to the next team, but
do
barring
I?
one of these teams, I think that he would be the best player in damn near every playoff East series minus 1, and I think that 1 is a TBD.
Yep, I agree.
No,
He would be.
He'd be the best player in the Sixers series, but that's not there.
I mean, Embiid just is dead.
I'm talking about Maxey.
Oh, he's better than Maxey.
He's better than Max.
He's better
I'm
than Maxey.
nothing on
I think
that.
he shoulders.
know.
I think he shoulders a bit more.
I am-
Maxey.
I am-
might be the same.
I
he's
am
better than Maxey.
Nathaniel on that,
Bro,
man.
Might be
the
better
Sixers
right now.
record without Embiid this year is 14 and 16.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Kay Cunningham is shouldering. a
Kay
very
Cunningham
large
is carrying,
Also-
like,
Oh, my fault. Go.
yeah, I was gonna say he is. Maxey would, if you swap them, I guarantee
I mean,
the Sixers have a better record.
He's carrying offensively, but I feel
I
like the
agree with
issue
that
there is
too.
when you have a defensively slanted roster, like that's a little different than what the Sixers have, which is not a defensively slanted roster. And then you lose one of your top offensive options. Like, yeah, again, you're gonna drop
I
some
mean-
games.
I mean,
You-
Kate's
you
also
kinda
straight up a
given
better
him-
defender
yeah,
than Maxey
you
too.
kinda
I think
giving him-
this the classic case of what do you value more, floor raising or ceiling raising? Because I think
Kay's doing
I
both.
think Max
Yeah,
is better
he's-
ceiling
he's
raising.
kinda doing both.
I mean, they don't have good offensive players. No
They-
disrespect
they
to the
don't.
Pistons.
They literally
They're
don't.
a top 10 offense
Yeah,
in basketball.
I think he's
Yes.
floor raising right now.
Like
No, but like floor
they're
raising to a top 10 offense,
they're
at
a
that point, you're ceiling raising.
They're a better offense than the Sixers are this year.
They are.
Just it's just straight up true. They're a better offense. Like
I think-
he's creating better offense for a team. So and it's leading to wins, and it's leading to the most wins.
The most wins in the league. Like, I
was-
can't say you're floor raising if you have the best record in the entire league. The best record in the
We used to
league.
watch Samaj do it a couple years ago, man.
I think I don't.
He was floor raising.
and I think this is a different debate, and this will be a different podcast episode. I think that is ceiling raising to me. Like you buying as many wins as possible.
So then, what is
and,
floor raising then?
Floor raising is getting a team to the playoffs,
yes,
like the
what
Nuggets.
Chris Paul does.
Yeah, what Chris Paul does, what Jokic did, getting the Nuggets to a 6 seed, what Russ did, getting the OKC Thunder to a
Like
6 seed.
if I let Russ be Russ,
at a
Russ
certain point,
guarantees
bro,
me like.
So you're so
Yeah.
floor raising stops at a certain seed.
yeah, because
I think so, at that point.
what is floor raising as the best record in the NBA? That
Because
seems
if
like
if
a
you take
misnomer.
off this team is garbage.
Yeah, but
I think you're raising the
I'm
team's
saying
ceiling
at
at
a
that
certain point. You're so good that the ceiling of the team is
To me,
higher.
the ceiling raising is all right. I have a good team. Drop me on that good team. This team is now a
So
great,
yeah, like the
we're
Kawhi
about to
Leonard,
win a-
the Kawhi
Yes,
Leonard thing. I
yes.
think is perfect example.
So
of
hear me out.
ceiling.
Hear me out. The end product is great team, right? For ceiling raising, you put me on a good team, and now it becomes a great team.
yes.
If you have a bad team, and you put me on the team, and they are a great team, are you not doing
I
both?
think you floor raised.
I think he.
But
I
the
think
end
that's
product
the
is
thing,
the
is you
great
can do
team.
both.
I think we're underestimating the rest of the Pistons game. Like they're offensively inept. That is one of the best defenses in the league for a
I mean,
reason.
but they're
That's-
offensively
It
inept, and
is,
you gave
but
me a
like,
top 10
they're
offense.
winning games.
Like they have a top 10
10
offense.
offense.
Game, they're winning games because they're a defense.
But
Like they
you
are
don't
winning
just
games
win. You
because of
still
their
got it,
defense.
bro. They're putting up 116 tonight.
Yeah, no, they
like
are
116
yes,
offense
they
rating.
are
Like,
they are
they're
they
putting
are
up
the
points.
one seed in the East and the best record in the league because they are also a good offense because Kate is forwards in their offense to being very good. But at their base, they are still an elite
Yeah,
defense.
second best defense in basketball.
I agree.
100%.
Like that is it's the same. It's the same structure that the Bulls had with Derrick Rose. It's the same structure that the Sixers had with Allen Iverson. Like it's the same thing. And I'm gonna be real. In those cases too, like I think what we do oftentimes is the offensive star on a team gets all the credit for everything, and they should get credit for leading a team offensively. But gang, your defense is why you're here. Like when the Sixers were winning, their defense is the reason why they were winning games. Like Allen Iverson, full raising their offense is why they were able to put all those defensively sounded guys out there. But they're still winning because of their defense.
Yeah, I feel like it's a chicken and the
Like
egg.
I'm not
kind
trying to discredit Cade at all. Like I hope it's not coming off as me discrediting Cade, but I do think we gotta kind of pump the brakes a little bit on how we're like describing the team because by putting it all on Cade, you're pretty much like doing the thing LeBron fans do when they're like, oh well, everyone in this nigga's teammates suck. It's just him.
No, so I think it's a chicken and the egg thing, and I'll make a cross-sport comparison analogous to the Kansas City Chiefs in recent years. Not the most recent year, but in recent years, right? The reason they're able to invest so much into their defense and carry a top 3 scoring defense to the last couple of championship games they went to is because Mahomes, Kelsey, Andy Reid are just going to figure it out on offense. And I think it's a chicken and the egg thing because the reason they're able to run so many defensively slanted players is because they're like, Cade, go out there and be a walking top 10 offense. So I agree, though. On the defensive note, we should give some compliments to Asar here.
Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, Asar Thompson, we were discussing it right before we hit record.
Done overall as a
Yeah, I
coach.
was going to say, what we were discussing right before we hit record on the podcast. Literally, if it's not Wemby or Chet, I think Asar Thompson, even though he's not even playing 30 minutes a game, should be the defensive player of the year this year. His numbers and his impact are just out of this world.
Yep.
Like they're just, and I mean, I hate to say it, but I think he's been a better defender than Amen this year, and I don't think it's
On a permanent basis.
on a permanent
He was
basis.
a
He
better
clearly
defender
is.
than OT.
Yeah, he was a better defender at OT. This is kind of the pre-draft comp that I had for Asar was I think he was going to be a better defender than Amen. I thought Amen was going to be a better offensive player, and that's kind of seeming like that's kind of what's coming to fruition in the league once Asar was able to recover from his blood clots and really get into form. And it's just like, man, it's just he does so much on the floor all the time on defense.
I think, but to the point, he does so much defensively because I just look it up. Cade Cunningham runs 21 pick and rolls a game on top of 6 ISOs. Like
Yeah.
he just has the ball in his hands all the time for that team. They are a heliocentric offense, and
Yeah.
he has drug a
Just
heliocentric
old-fashioned
offense
football.
with, to be quite honest with you, offensively inept players at times. Like we had this conversation on Discord a couple days ago. Who's been their best offensive signing? Tobias Harris?
Tobias
Yeah.
Harris.
And no disrespect to Tobias Harris,
Or
but like
that one
Malik
season.
Beasley.
One Malik Beasley.
One season of
Like,
Malik
that's
Beasley,
been
yeah.
the real offensive output that they've put alongside him. Obviously, Duran's taking the leap
Duran's taking a big
this year,
leap, yeah.
but man, a lot of Duran's points are generated by Cade Cunningham's P&R
Yes,
gravity.
it's a lot of play finishing
It
because of
is.
Cade. Yeah.
And obviously, Duran has expanded the game. Don't want to disrespect Duran by any means, but Cade Cunningham shoulders so much for that team, and I used to make the argument a part of it was because of who Cade was as a player, the type of basketball he has to play. At this point, it's just the type of basketball the Pistons have to play because of what they've put around him. And he is not only surviving, he's thriving. And I think you just have to give him credit at that point. And I think when you look at the Pistons and how it's going to look in a 7-game series, that Knicks game was a playoff game.
Yeah, it
And
was.
That was playoff basketball. And I saw what Cade Cunningham is going to look like, at least this version of him, in a playoff basketball environment, real high leverage hoops. Yeah, give me that guy.
Yeah. All right. So I think we can all baseline. I think they are contenders just because of their record and the position they're in. Yeah.
About the conference.
This is third best in the league.
This next, third or fourth.
I disagree with that. They're going to come out the conference because of this next.
I was gonna say this next team is the most interesting team on this list, right? Preseason, none of us thought the Boston Celtics would be here at the 2 seed. Right,
I thought they were tanking.
Yes,
I thought they were choosing to tank.
They have smashed their Vegas over/under win total, so it's not even just this podcast. No one really thought they were going to be this good, right? They are the 2 seed right now. Probably going to stay the 2 seed. They have a little bit of gap between 2 and 3 and 4. A little bit of a gap between 1 and 2. I think the contender or pretender question almost entirely for me revolves around: is Jason Tatum going to come back? Yeah. If he comes back. Contender, maybe underselling it. They might be the best team in the league.
I was going to say, hot take. I think that the Celtics can beat every team in the East not named the Pistons without Jason Tatum. I think they could beat all those teams. And
without
so,
Tatum.
They could.
And so my thing is if they get to a conference situation, let's say against the Pistons, and once again, not saying I want nobody to get hurt, but we know how this works. Guys can go down and get banged up. If, God forbid, Cade comes up limping, they're in the finals. And once you get there, all bets are off. So I want to have them as a real contender. And I think to y'all's credit as well, I think that they go from a team that I think is like a puncher's chance to do it to they might be the favorite if Tatum comes back. Yeah. It looks like Jason Tatum. Because they've been amazing this year.
If y'all are ever bored, go look at Jason Tatum's playoff plus minus with everyone else on the Celtics. And what you find out is nobody, and I mean nobody on the Celtics survives on the court without him. Porzingis didn't do it. Derek White doesn't do it. Jaylen Brown doesn't do it. Funny enough, the only 2 people that do, Robert Williams and Drew Holiday. They're the only 2 people. Funny, they're both on the Blazers now of all things too. But they're the only 2 to survive. It just shows how goddamn good Jason Tatum is at basketball. And if he comes back at 85% of Tatum with what you've seen from Derek White this year, what you've seen from Jaylen Brown, how their role players have progressed, still got Joe Mazzulla at the helm of all of this. I would go as far as say if Tatum comes back and he's able to play 32 minutes a night of productive basketball, they win it all.
Yeah,
I think
they're the best team in the league.
I think I look at the Thunder and I look at the Nuggets, and as dominant as they are compared to the rest of the league,
that would be great.
I'm gonna be honest. We were watching gods play basketball last night. For anybody did, and Shea and Jokic
was phenomenal,
poor for their standards, and it was like y'all are playing a different sport than everybody else. That's how I feel about the Celtics when they're at full power. You watch them play basketball, and it's like, oh, y'all figured something out. Everybody else just didn't, and y'all have the players to actually execute this scheme. And Tatum just makes all of it work. And if he's back, I think that the Celtics now have less holes than the Thunder and the Nuggets do. I like them against everybody, man.
Yep,
I really do.
So you said
the conversation that will be more interesting is if he's not back, because I think we all agree if he's healthy at all, then I agree.
So I'm going to push back on because you made it sound like you think they're contenders regardless.
Yeah, I don't.
I think they can. What team in the East beats them? Not named the Pistons.
I'm gonna be real.
They're not good against top teams.
I was about to say
they have a 2-9 record right now against the top 3 teams in either conference. I don't think they beat the Pistons or the Knicks.
Yeah, and my thing.
I don't believe the Knicks.
My thing, because Dre brought it up with the Tatum thing, and I think something that goes very underrated with what Tatum provides to this team is he is the only player on their team that is both good in pick and roll and good in isolation. And the issue so they have multiple issues. One, they don't get to the rim. As a team, they do not get to the rim.
They check threes.
Right. And that becomes a problem because if I go into a playoff series and I'm already struggling to get to the rim and I play a team that has elite rim protection, i.e. the Cavs, i.e. the Pistons, i.e. the Sixers if Joel Embiid's feeling good that day, right? Yeah, if I go in there, I chuck up 45 threes and I go 30% on them 45 threes, you're probably going to lose.
Yep.
We saw this play out against the Knicks, funny enough, last year. They went in there, they were chucking, they were bricking. The only person who wasn't bricking was Tatum. They lost.
I'd push back on your Knicks thing. We watched the Knicks beat them last year. And that was call me crazy. I think if Tatum doesn't come back, last year's Celtics team was better than this year's.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think last year's Knicks team, you could argue, is kind of worse than this year's Knicks team. This year's Knicks team might be better.
Oh, I think
I think this
They kind of in the same
and we
range,
don't
but I
know
think the
what.
Celtics are worse.
Can we blend this into, because they are the 3 seed? Can we blend this a bit into Knicks talk, because I
Yeah.
think it's an interesting conversation with the both of them. I think looking at what Jalen Brunson has done this year, it kind of seems like he's starting that small guard decline. They've been better with him off the floor. They've been better in cat minutes and non-Brunson minutes.
But that was the case last year,
But
too.
when I said it,
It's been the case for the last 3 years. I think last year the reason that you could stomach it is because he was Clutch Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And as a Rockets fan, I probably shouldn't be saying this because he just did it to us a couple games ago.
Literally.
But it just hasn't been to the same
We
level
did
of
it to us.
effectiveness this
Yeah.
season. And I think they're just
turnovers.
they just seem to be a better basketball team in the cat minutes. It's always been the conundrum of both of them are pretty poor defenders, right? But if Cat tries on defense, it just means more Brunson tries. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
So I think that a team like the Celtics, with how they're currently constructed, they still have their deficiencies in how they can pick on a player like a Jalen Brunson. But I still think that they would just have enough firepower. And I also think Joe Mazzulla is just a way better coach than Mike Brown. I think that in a 7-game series, they would make better adjustments.
I mean, what are their adjustments though?
Yeah, I think at a
the
certain
Celtics?
point,
How I would guard them. I think there are multiple ways that they can change how they guard. That's the one thing with the Celtics I look at and say they're already a top, I think they're 7th, top 7 defensive basketball right now. And I think that's an area where a lot of their young guys are still growing and learning that defensive scheme and learning how Mazzulla wants them to play on-ball defense. And I think that those guys will continue to improve. So
I don't want to call it a gimmick, because I think a gimmick is disrespectful to the way Celtics play basketball. But I think the way they play basketball inherently, the reason they have a poor record against the top 3 teams,
It's very volatile.
it's too volatile. And I think a playoff series, if you go in and you shoot 40% from 3, cool. I think they can beat anyone. We saw that with the Miami run to the finals, where it's like you're going to playoff series shooting 45% from 3, taking 40 plus 3s a game.
Funny enough, in that run, the Celtics also got cold from 3 and lost.
Exactly, right? But I think that is just so much variance. And in a playoff series right now, I just can't pick that over the Pistons or the Knicks. I just think both those teams are just the roster depth.
I think the Knicks have a ton of variance. I think their variance just lies in how they're going to generate consistent offense. And that's on one of the 4. Man, how are they going to get stops? Like, I think that's the one thing that I look at with the Knicks, and I say, I don't trust them to get stops with both Brunson and Cat on the
But my thing is, they got stops on this team last year.
I was about to say, and they got stops because they just started breaking.
Yeah.
They started missing shots, but in a 7-game series, I'm going to go what I believe works more. And I just think the Celtic style of basketball just works more, even if it is more volatile.
I think it's stylistic, right?
It works.
And I think it's a massive credit to Brad Stevens and Joe Mazzulla for putting this roster together. But man, at a certain point in a playoff series, if I'm relying on Baylor Shireman to hit 3s,
I don't think
versus
those guys play.
Also, I'm gonna be real.
But my point, they kind of have
Jalen
to.
Brown,
They'll
number one
condense that
option
rotation
hoops,
a lot.
man. Like, I'm gonna be real, bro. Gang, I'm nothing on that, bro.
He's kind of
the Jalen Brown brick?
I'm nothing on.
It's been
As
kinda
a
going
number one
down.
option in the playoffs.
He's
I am
kind of a
beyond
necessary
anything on that,
evil
bro.
in the playoff set. Like it's the
He
one
is.
thing that, like, I was having this argument with Draft Twitter about spreadsheet hoops versus like basketball, and or I guess eye test hoops is what the official term for it is now. And having this conversation with them about why a Jalen Brown matters. Why, despite some of the negatives, on-off stuff, spreadsheets are simply a reflection of what happens on a basketball court. I can't just say give Luke Cornett and Sam Hauser Jalen Brown's usage and the plus minuses it'll work. No, like Jalen Brown's a necessity on a basketball team. There are very few people that can physically do the things he can do with a basketball on the court. And this does go to the variance part of it, but I've seen what it looks like when Jalen Brown gets hot in the playoff series.
Yeah.
I have.
Bro, gang, I'm gonna be real.
have.
When is the last time?
21, 22?
And mind you,
Was this 22?
he's the number one option on this team right now. Because that's the other thing too. When we talk about
22.
how teams play stylistically and like turnover suppression and possession backs and all that good stuff, like Cade and those type of guys, them having a lot of turnovers is cool because you're giving me 9 assists. You're giving me 11 assists, right?
Yep.
It's games where you give me 20.
Yeah.
Gang, Jalen Brown is averaging nearly the same amount of turnovers as all of those guys, and he's giving me 5 assists. And mind you, we're not in the playoffs yet. We're not playing playoff defenses. He isn't playing playoff minutes.
Yeah.
Gang, it's a real chance he go into a playoff series, and I'm not being funny. And he averages more turnovers than he does assists.
He's done it before.
The
Yeah, he's
Celtics
in it.
are the most turnover suppressing team in the league right now.
Yeah, and that's because Derek White doesn't average that many.
Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard doesn't average, but the other thing there, gang in a playoff series, 52 true shooter from Derek White, not flying.
I will say, but Jaylen Brown's playoff scoring, to his credit, it has been pretty resilient. The turnover issues are the turnover issues, but he's been a somewhat resilient playoff scorer. Obviously, it's going to look a bit nastier this year because this is the most he's ever averaged in a season. So
Yeah,
he's going to regress a bit just in terms of his numbers, but that's playoff basketball. But I still think like his brand of scoring is essentially built for the playoffs. He is a isolation tough shot maker.
Yeah, he's very.
And when we get into 7-game series, those guys matter. Whether we like them or not, those guys do matter.
Is his brand of scoring resilient for team offense? Is my question.
No, I don't think they're.
It's Jalen Brunson.
So this is my hot take. I don't think their team offense is playoff resilient without Jason Tatum.
My thing with Jalen Brunson, right, is it's very isolation pick and roll heavy. But by proxy, he does generate shots, and he's just frankly a better distributor of the basketball.
He's a more willing passer.
Yeah,
that as well. And so even like we saw it in our game, we had Brunson and Hill for majority of the game, but they're still getting decent shot quality off the fact that we're allocating so many resources to having Jalen Brunson and Hill. Yeah, and in a playoff series, the same thing is going to be true for Mikal and OG and all those other guys. Like by the Celtics exerting so much energy towards making sure Brunson does not go off, those guys are going to get opportunity. And I will say, I think,
do you think they'll need
their
to
role
exert,
players are better than the Celtics.
I think they are.
Do you think they'll need to exert as much to guarding Brunson with the personnel they have? Because I'll be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if they just stick Derek White on him. Genuinely.
Do you want to? I don't. They asked Derek White
even if it's not
on offense to do that.
Jordan Walsh has looked really good in that matchup this year.
Yeah, I would do.
Like they've got other guys that I think are just kind of.
Yeah, I would throw.
I think you can. I think a lot of times playoff series get decided by depth and role players. And as much as we clown the Mikal trade and that Knicks roster and like all the all-in moves they've gone just to not even make a conference finals yet, that roster is just
they have
better
roster. I think they have the second best top four in the league. I think pretty definitively. I think the only team that you can argue is better is Denver.
I would just say like I think that they are similar in us with different problems, and the fact that their problems I think all overlap. And I think that your two best players are just cones, and one of them is playing point guard, and one of them is playing center in most of your lineups. I think it does just look a bit bad. Now, if you tell me Mitchell Robinson could play 35 minutes a night, totally different equation. See, he gonna play like 22, 24, 20. I want to say he averages in the playoffs for his career.
But how many of these teams can actually take advantage of them? Because the Pacers were a perfectly built team to take advantage of defensive liabilities. Because unlike the other teams that try to matchup hunt, the Pacers don't need to matchup hunt. I can get you involved in actions off ball until, okay, you messed up on this switch. OG got a pill switch for you. Now someone's open. Now it's a spot up opportunity, right? The problem with like the Celtics, is in these like defensive breakdowns, I'm still asking like Baylor Scheiman to work on a spot up or Jordan Walsh to work on a spot up.
That was a Baylor Scheiman. Yeah,
I'm not trying to say him. Like, I feel like bad because we didn't make him the face of like ass.
He better drop
Baylor,
30.
Baylor Scheiman a good role player, bro. But like y'all get what I'm saying though. Like I'm making these guys who are not normally on the ball.
Yes,
the guys who have to attack defensive breakdown.
I think that the way their offense is played in the regular season, I think that's a part of that will translate. They've kind of done a very good job of only putting the ball in Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White's hands.
Yeah, they have.
Very rare. Like if Sam Hauser catches the ball, he had the game this year where 10 of 21 from three, all 21 shots were 21 threes. Yeah. Like their role players have a very good understanding of if I get this ball, I've got two decisions: shoot it, pass it. I got two real decisions to make, or attack or close out. 3 decisions. But like they've simplified their role players' roles. I don't think they'll get in a playoff setting in. Like, I don't think Baylor Scheiman's gonna be running second side PNRs.
No.
I don't think like it's still gonna be a lot of like spot up, attack, closeout stuff, which is what these guys have been accustomed to doing at this point. And I think a lot of their attack closeouts are just gonna be Joe Mazzulla yelling in the ear, shoot the goddamn ball. So
that's real.
The variance in how volatile that offense is, completely understand it. We've seen it against the Heat. We saw it against the Knicks last year. They go cold from 3. They just go cold from 3. I just think their system and how their defense is built is just a bit more consistent than the Knicks, than what a Cavs would be, and any other quote-unquote contender you would say in the East.
We can get to them.
Yeah, I'm saying, man.
I don't know if we want to say anything about the Knicks.
I'll do a quick recap. So Celtics, we said pretenders without Tatum. We all think contenders with Tatum. You think contenders regardless?
If the definition of contenders is can you get to the conference finals and something goes your way, you end up in the finals, I think the Celtics can do that. And I think they're contenders.
And then Knicks, I think contenders.
I still think they're contenders.
I think they're pretenders.
I don't think
you think pretenders.
These niggas suck, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna be real. The only conclusion I'm drawing from this is that the Eastern Conference sucks because I think both of these teams
Yeah.
are.
You think they're all fake,
I'm
bro?
gonna keep
Like,
it right.
bro,
Okay, so
I'm gonna
bro,
keep it
bro,
a
see,
team.
the Pistons are almost pretenders,
there's a
bro.
team
Like,
on here. So I think
Yeah.
the Celtics, because they did not qualify for the 40-20 rule.
Yeah.
I believe all the teams in the West, not named the Nuggets, who we said were contenders, did qualify for the 40-20 rule. I think
Yeah.
the Celtics are one of the other teams I think qualify. I think number 4 in the conference, the Cavaliers. I'm sorry, number 5. Why is this?
They're fourth.
No, they're fourth.
They're fourth.
Okay,
They're
I'm
fourth.
tripping, I'm
They're
tripping.
fourth. Yeah, they're fourth.
Number 4. I
Like
think the
the
Cavaliers
other two
with
teams
James
talking
Harden are a contender without the 40-20 rule. I
Hey,
believe they
man,
are.
how many times you gonna buy this brick, bro?
I believe.
I was
the worst.
I
It's the
was
worst East
all
we'd have,
in.
bro.
I was looking at the stats, like the numbers,
I
since
believe
they
it.
got Harden, what
Honeymoon
Jared Allen's been putting
phase.
up. I was like, man, this is lit. And then he broke his hand. And if
I mean,
you would have
so
told me
it's
they were
still
gonna
good,
have that like month to continue to build chemistry, I'm all on board.
I was
with
gonna say,
it.
did you see they said one, it's his non-shooting hand, and he's gonna play through. Like he was questionable, so he was a game time decision.
He said he couldn't
Gang,
dribble.
this is the
That's
most
what I'm saying.
cursed
He
arm of all
can't- they
time.
can't play him, man.
But I was gonna say, he was a game time decision just yesterday.
They can't play him. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but the
or
game
was it-
time decision was, can you dribble? And he said no.
I mean, my point is not that he's healthy today, and obviously, like I think a lot of these conversations do kind of come down to we're kind of factoring in a level of health. Like for example, the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I don't think they can do it all without Aaron Gordon and Peyton Watson. So I think when we talk about them being contenders, we're kind of assuming that Aaron Gordon and Peyton Watson come back in jail. I think if the Cavaliers stay healthy, which obviously is a big question mark here with James Harden in his hand, and then some of the guys, Donovan Mitchell, I don't even know what he has right now, but he's been out for some time.
Yeah.
I think
My
That's
thing
what I
is,
thought it was.
you have question marks before you even get to the real question marks, which are like, with all
James Harden.
cool. You're in honeymoon phase. I just traded for James
Typically is
Harden, bro.
Very good at basketball. Like,
I'm gonna be honest.
Until a point.
James Harden led
Harden-
teams usually look good.
James Harden's kind of the least of their problems to me. They can't guard for real.
That's another issue,
Like,
bro.
Then we funnel into Mobley and Allen, man.
No,
Yeah.
but it hasn't. They've been funneling to
It hasn't
Mobley and
really
Allen
been
this year, and
working.
it just hasn't been as good. Part of that's been like Dean Wade's kind of been up and down. Their POA
Yeah, so
defense has been
They've been without
here and there.
what's my
Like
man?
Jalen Tyson's entire rotational minutes are based off of whether or not he's playing defense that night. So
I was gonna say, and then we're factoring in. I mean, feel like you want to feel about him as an offensive player. Keenan Ellis is a good defensive player.
yeah, Keanu Ellis, good defender.
I would say
Solid defender.
Dennis Schroeder was a good pickup for them as well at the deadline. They
See,
you don't like the Dennis Schroeder acquisition? I do.
Not playing in the
Bro,
playoffs.
Can I-
Schroeder,
I'm gonna
like,
be real.
Not
and
playing in the
What are we
not,
doing?
It's not fair to him because like he's
He's
won
gonna
a
play in the playoffs.
he's won a gold medal,
Nah,
but
they trying to
like
win.
I don't know what it is.
He's gonna play for them.
I don't. Maybe I'm just
He's
wrong
a
about
backup
this.
guard.
Dennis Schroeder is just one of them dudes I look at and say like he can't win a ring.
bro, if
Like,
he,
Dennis Schroeder's
if-
not
if
winning a ring
he's-
game.
If he's not wearing a Germany jersey, I do not have faith in Dennis Schroeder, bro. I'm
I
gonna be
believe
so
in
for
the
real.
healthy Cavs.
Also, where do you think the Cavs rank on defense right now?
Yelling water
I'm not sure.
It's
Where do you
not-
think?
It's
I want you to give a guess because
Oh, I
the way you're
already
talking,
know.
I think you think they're a way better defensive team than they
Oh
are.
no, I know that they're not the greatest, but what I'm saying is I think that
Do you think they're top 5?
no.
Do you think they're top 10?
Probably like they're for sure top 15.
Yeah,
it's obviously
they're just
Well-
inside the top 15.
Yeah, they're for sure
Yeah.
top. But
But
I
like,
got-
bro,
James Harden led teams when healthy are good. I'm sorry, they are
until a
good.
point.
I was about to say that
I
when
mean,
healthy is really doing some work here.
no,
It's
when
also-
healthy until a point.
We're
Bro.
talking about the Eastern Conference. If this is the West, I'd be with you. In a weaker Eastern Conference, you're telling me that I can't believe in this Cavaliers team with James Harden.
On
to
me,
beat some of these
on
teams?
me, on me.
No, who are
If
they
his
beating?
hand is halfway functional,
I
they
think
better than
that-
the Knicks. On me.
So hear me out. I think.
Well, I would agree. I think they're
I
better
think
than
You
this.
Not
think?
named-
Hold on. You
I
think
the only two teams that give them a run for their money are the Pistons and the Celtics. I take them over the Knicks.
you think James Harden is going to be better in a playoff series than Jalen Brunson in 2026?
I think he's gonna be better in the playoff series than Cat.
And I don't think
I
they'll
mean,
need.
'cause I
James
think
Harden.
that is one thing. Harden don't gotta-
and the circle on that too. I think Donovan Mitchell gonna be better in the playoff
Yeah,
series than Brunson.
Yeah, like he not
No,
going
but
ahead
Mitchell
of.
could. I agree with
like
that.
Harden's not going up with like Brunson. He's supposed to be like a real facilitator on this team.
I mean,
His
he's in
job.
a position to do
Say
it.
to what he's been doing so far and why Jared Allen is having the time of his life. Like,
Yeah.
What
all
you
he's
doing
been
out
doing
there?
is running PNRs, throwing lobs, doing that fake floater. Like that's
Yeah.
just been his job so far. So
I'll say people
if-
sleep on Jalen Tyson. He's been really
Yeah,
good for them this season.
I
He's
think
been
my pushback with the Cavs, and it hurts because of where I put this guy on my top 10 power forwards going into the season list. Evan Mobley's gotta be a man. I don't know if y'all watched the Cavs Pistons game yesterday. He looked like a man last night.
Yeah.
If you told me I'm getting that version of Evan Mobley with the James Harden, with what Jared Allen's looked like, Donovan Mitchell is who Donovan Mitchell's supposed to be. Jalen Tyson's good enough. Dean Wade's good
Yes,
enough.
Bruce.
What's the ETA on Strus? I know he's been hurt. I don't know what the
I'm
like
not
ETA
sure.
because I think he's a very pivotal part of what that team is trying
Yeah,
to
they
do at
definitely
least
do
too.
need him.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But if the Cavaliers are somewhat healthy, I think that they can make the conference finals. I don't know if I trust their offense in a 7-game series against the Pistons.
I mean, my thing is,
That's
And I
where I'm
definitely
at.
don't trust their
if
defense.
we're saying this is a team
Yeah,
we
no.
believe can get to the conference finals, I'm sorry, I'm going to put them in that contenders. When, for me, the reason why I didn't put like the Rockets on the contenders list, I don't think we make it to the conference finals. I think this team does. I think this team can.
That's fair.
Maybe. I
And
think
like I
I would
said,
lean
I'm-
pretenders.
If we was in the East,
If
we
you
running
look
through
at the
these niggas,
Cavaliers,
man.
and like I said, don't exclude the
goodness.
Celtics and the Pistons, Cavs Knicks series. What do you have?
I would take the Knicks.
I'm taking the Cavs.
Hey,
I don't
man,
believe
Adam,
that.
Adam, if
Wait,
you can
I
hear
think
me,
that
man.
that was my preseason conference finals. I think, man, that's a 7-game series. Knicks have home court, I'm assuming, so I would go Knicks.
Yeah, I'm going with the
I'll go
Cavs.
Knicks.
Man.
I think
Yeah, I'll go
I
Knicks.
think that's one of those series that comes down to who has home.
I
court.
mean,
But
the bottom line is that James Harden teams are indeed cursed, so someone's going to come down limping by the time he gets around two. But
They already limping.
I'm gonna say he's already hurt.
Yeah,
so-
he's already hurt. Also, like,
assuming health, I got him.
so if it's a 7-game series, man, I don't want to do the whole James Harden Game
I mean,
7
yeah,
numbers
he's-
right now. But
yeah,
like, come
I
on,
feel
Not
like
our
he
fault,
missed a
LC,
good
man.
Game 7 performer. Is he not?
he was a solid game.
He's-
Yeah, I
he's
was
solid.
saying,
He's
man,
a
I
good
don't
game.
think
it's
He's
not
a
our
good
fault,
game.
LC,
I
man.
know he
Why
has
hold us
one
last year?
all-timer
Yeah.
game 7.
Yeah, he has one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
it was,
the
it was
bubble one?
the Magic one.
Yeah,
Yeah, the bubble one he lost. Funny enough.
he lost. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
but he dropped
won.
like 50. Yeah,
He was frying them, man.
yeah,
That was
he's
crazy.
frying them.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
He was frying the
I'll
Celtics.
stand
Yeah.
on that island by myself. I believe in this.
Oh, he's only
cat.
played two.
I just
It's
think
the
he
bubble and
held.
the Magic one. It's only
Yeah,
2 games.
I just think and last point on the Cavs here. I just think with that front court, you are leaning towards defense, right? Because Jared Allen, as great as he's been playing, is majority like a play finisher, right?
He's got
And
the
then
greatest
Mobley.
guard.
The problem is,
big of all
if that Mobley Allen front court is not giving you at least like top 10 defense level, it's kind of like, bro, you're going into like if I'm going into a series, bro, I'm just going to blitz the hell out of Harden and dare Donovan Mitchell to score 50 and beat me.
I'm not. I understand it's a 7-game sample, but what is their offensive and defensive rating in the 7 games Harden's played?
So it's 8 games since the trade. I have those stats. And the 8 games since the trade plus 9 net rating, plus 121.9 offensive rating.
So good,
So their
man.
defense has stayed essentially the same.
Okay.
Yeah, the defense is the same.
Yeah, I will say I think that's
They're
the thing.
scoring it just at a absurd
They're scoring
pace
crazy
with-
right
I think,
now,
I
yeah.
think that's the
So-
thing that differentiates Harden from Garland, and why I think it's overall a good trade, even beyond this year. If Harden's still good next year, he can score an ISO, and that is something that Darius Garland was not that great at. Obviously, the pick and roll stuff, he's really good at that. But at the end of the day, if you wanted to make the lineup work with Allen and Mobley, both of your guards had to be capable isolation scorers.
Yeah.
And I think in a playoff series, having 2 of the best isolation scorers in the league with that front court inherently does give you a chance. Now, obviously, they got a ton of injuries already, so it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
But assuming decent health, I do think that does give them a chance in series.
You know, I'll digress then. What do we decide last pop? Contender-ish?
Yeah, I think they're like
I'll give you
contenders.
contender-ish.
If they're not in the same
All
series.
these niggas
I
contender-ish.
think a lot of the problems here is we're
The whole East contender.
we're looking at
Oh, yeah.
OKC and Denver as like
bro,
one.
Yeah.
No, I'm separating it like simply, can you get to the finals? That's just kind of how I feel.
Yeah,
And
I think you're
that there's
contender-ish.
They actually.
I think they have a slightly less chance of getting to the finals to me than the Celtics and the Pistons.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
I'm fine with
I
you saying
can't.
that.
I'm saying pretender. I can't.
I'm
do
fine
it.
with
I
you
can't do
saying
it.
that they have
I can't do
a harder path to get there than the Celtics and the Pistons.
Oh, they gotta put the
think
Pistons
No,
back around.
because I'll be honest. To Isaiah's point, I don't think this is a top 2 team in the East, and I don't think the top 2 teams in the
I think
East
the
are
East
top
is
3 teams in the
ass.
West. So like,
I'm gonna
you're
be
starting
real.
at like 7. Like, nah, bro. This is a pretender.
like, but before we get to the Raptors, bro, once again, I want to pose another question to the panel. In the last 10 finals since LeBron has been out, or last 9, my bad, since he's been out of the East, the West is 6-3. All right, the 3 winners in the East: Raptors, Bucks, Celtics. When is the next time an Eastern Conference team is going to win the finals that is not the Celtics?
Let's see where Giannis goes.
Because I'm gonna be
That's my
real,
answer.
gang. It might be a minute. It might be a minute.
I think let's see where Giannis goes would also be my answer because I think that matters.
Also,
Or
I feel
honestly,
like-
just what does Jason Tatum look like when he's held? Oh, you said
Yeah,
not Celtics.
Celtics.
Yeah. Also, bro, like I keep coming
Yeah,
back to
honestly, what the Knicks do with the Giannis situation?
the
so.
sucks.
Pacers were in a game 7.
Gang,
they
but the
were,
Pacers
like-
are better than these teams.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
next
no, but I'm saying next year.
That's my answer. When the Pacers get Cameron
I mean,
Boozer
and
out of
you
this
know what?
I'll
draft,
say, bro,
yeah,
and
they're gonna
that's
win
fair, 'cause
everything.
If the
Pacers-
Pacers drop,
that's a
they
real
got
team.
You know what I'm saying? If the
That's a real
Pacers
team
draft
right there,
top
bro.
3, they have Ivica Zubac, Tyrese Halliburton coming back on that roster. Like, what are we like?
No,
that
you know,
team
and
is not.
that's real because the Pacers are a real team, bro. These other teams
Yes.
ass, bro. Like, I'm sorry, gang. We talking
I
about the
think
Knicks.
I think the
gang,
thing
the
with-
Knicks would be like the 6th
I
seed if they
think-
were in the West right now.
I think we feel this way about a lot of the teams in the East because they don't have clear number one star power.
Yeah.
Like the three.
I feel this way because they beat up on all these shitty ass teams and look at their records.
But if I told you that
Hey, you really can get
if I told you Anthony Edwards was on,
they got the worst teams.
if I told you Anthony Edwards was on the Knicks,
Kings in the West.
like if I swapped Ant and
They're
Brunson,
both-
you'd look at the Knicks and be like, I like Ant Cat on that
Bro,
Knicks
bro.
roster a lot better than I like Brunson Cat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so
but
real.
that's just
like,
'cause Ant's
no, I'm saying because Ant's just there are just better players out west.
5 of the best 6 players in the league are in the West.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
say you got one in his Giannis, and the other one at 7. Tatum's hurt.
like
Yep.
niggas talking about Jaylen Brown and MVP combos, bro. Like this nigga,
'Cause
like
that's it. He
like
let's be real. He's
the
like
third best player in the
He like
conference.
that's just what he is. No, but they have a ton of good teams.
That is no, they don't.
got
These
no. I'm
niggas
telling
suck.
you.
No,
It's
no.
Same
These
reason
niggas
why.
suck.
Same reason why.
No, they do
'Cause
not.
The East has been like this because it was always LeBron and friends in the East, and it was why when a Kawhi Leonard went to Toronto, it was like,
Nah,
that's not
them-
DeMar anymore.
them teams was
That's
better, bro.
Kawhi Leonard. Like
Them teams-
Kawhi Leonard is playing with
on me,
Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol.
the teams right after LeBron left
That's
the Eastern Conference are better than the teams right now. That
If
Sixers team is
I completely
dog
disagree
walking
with
this
that.
conference.
I completely disagree.
I agree.
That
with that.
Sixers
I
team
would
is
agree
dog
with
walking this
Butler and
conference.
Embiid,
Yeah,
that team is better. But if that Raptors team,
that Raptors team is beating the piss out
But
these teams
can I
right
tell you
now.
why? One, you feel that way because Joel Embiid is at worst when healthy top 5 in the league.
Oh, he
At
wasn't
worst.
that in
talent, bro.
2019 though.
He was at 2019. Embiid was at worst.
He was
seventh
he was
game,
an
like-
NBA like second teamer.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm saying like,
I'll say,
but
okay,
he
what
was
about-
all NBA.
what about the
Embiid was
Kawhi-less
all NBA.
Raptors?
That's what I'm saying. So to me,
Kawhi less Raptors. They were.
They
weren't
still
that
might
good.
be a top 2 seed. No, boy.
They're like the 8th seed in the West.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's what
ass.
we give them.
But that
Kawhi
team would also-
title team.
Wait,
You
but
throw
that-
the DeMar DeRozan.
But that team
they're
was probably the
terrible.
best. Like maybe
That's
outside
what,
of the
bro,
best,
no,
probably the
gang,
best.
gang,
No,
gang.
they wouldn't be
Somebody,
the 2 seed.
on this panel
I
with a
agree
straight
with you.
face, tell me if the
I
Knicks
agree
were in
with
the Western Conference, they'd have a top 5 seed.
No, the Knicks would probably be like
No,
the 6th
they
seed.
would not.
They
They
probably
would
be like the 6th, 7th seed.
Gang, would they have a better record than the Lakers?
I think they're a better team than Lakers. Lakers
Yeah.
have a,
So they would be the
Lakers are
6th
bad.
seed.
So yeah, they'd be. That's what I said. Like
Nigga, that's a 3 seed.
No,
You're
I'm saying,
1.5 games back to
because
number
the
2.
top end talent in the East just isn't as good as in the West. I
Yeah,
think
that's
if
the
you were
problem.
to swap like, gang, if Giannis goes to the Knicks, if Giannis goes to one of these other teams, we looking at him now like, oh, you have a top 3 player in basketball and good team structure.
If Tatum comes back, I think the
You're
Celtics are
looking
the
at
best
Celtics
team in the
like,
league.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
but the Celtics are actually just like that. Though.
No,
Like,
because
that's different.
well, they're nice. Like, they're like that because you're adding again a top 8 talent in
My
basketball.
issue is like, gang, look at these other. Like, we ain't even gotten to the 5th or the 6th seed
No, I'm
yet.
saying,
But
but
like,
if you give Toronto this year Kawhi Leonard, give them Kawhi right now.
bullshit.
I
Give
mean,
them
they don't
Kawhi
have-
right now.
Actually, that's a great transition. If you dropped Kawhi on this Raptors roster, are they not the best team in the East?
oh no, absolutely.
They
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no,
the
that's not
East
even
is
close.
just missing top
Top
end
end.
talent. That's it.
Yeah, but that's why these niggas suck.
No, but okay, on the Raptors, sounds like what we're saying. We all think their team is a pretender.
the great pretender. They're the
I don't
I don't
definition.
even want. They, like,
they-
I
we are
don't even
close
wanna
to
say
them.
pretender because like they not even supposed to be here anyway. Like they
They are.
no.
They are exactly where they're supposed to
Yes.
be. Where's my camera?
Yeah.
We are itching so Philly, if you love me, Embiid, Maxey,
they are right
PG.
next to
They're right
they
there.
are right there to being the
man.
super 6 seed.
Oh,
I
man.
need them to happen. I
They're
need
so
it to happen.
close.
That's what they are. The
Yes.
Raptors are the super 6 seed. They are just an amalgamation of nasty talent thrown together. Brandon Ingram's a good basketball player. Scotty Barnes is good. Colin Murray Bow's been
Debatable.
great. Sandro Mamu.
Don't even-
Mamu.
Sandro
Nah, don't even do it, bro.
Mamushevsky.
What he said. Mamu's been great. Like they
That's
have.
his name.
Yeah,
I think that's
so.
actually his
Yeah.
name. They have a really good collection of talent, a
That's so
good
huge.
enough coach in Darko. They just don't fit together. They're supposed to be the super 6 seed. They are the great pretender. That is
Yeah,
what
like,
the
bro,
Raptors
I'm
are.
looking at the Pacers record last year, bro, against the West.
Percentage
Gang, they was 21-10
Yeah, real.
against the rest. Like West, like that's just a real team, bro. That's
No, but,
just
like,
a real team.
Rick
gang.
Carlisle just
like,
the greatest. Like Carlisle just,
Yeah, like,
Carlisle just
but
go,
if I,
man.
if I
Carlisle
go
just
pull
go.
up the Knicks record against the West right now, gang, like what is we looking at?
I mean, Tibbs.
Like, you know what I mean? If I
Becky
go pull
Hammond
up the
was right.
Cavs
Like,
record
what do you
against the
want?
West right now, gang, like
Okay, but I
It's
feel
not
like I feel
that-
like when you're looking at the playoffs to an extent, you do have to like these guys aren't going to play the West.
Yeah, you gotta
until they're
factor
in
they're
the
only gonna play
finals.
one team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're playing yourselves for a lot of the Like for
Majority of
but
it.
I mean,
only one
my
team
main-
in this conference is going to
yeah.
play a team in the West.
Yeah, my main
Right?
point is that the team quality just ass. But I mean, they all play.
mean, no
it's a
one-
bunch
this-
of ass playing
the
each
West
other.
is better.
So one ass is gonna come out the conference.
I blame Adam Silver for this, man.
But no, the conference is ass. And matter of fact, speaking on that, Adam, biggest of bros. When y'all do this realignment for conferences, gang, fuck with your boy, man. All right, we are the second closest team to the East in the conference right
You know what
now.
they should do?
Do us a solid.
You trying to move us to the East?
Do us a solid, Adam. Do us a solid. You know what I mean? We right next to all them
So
Eastern teams.
they
It's a
get
12-hour
they
drive
get
to Atlanta.
Seattle, Vegas,
That's all.
and then we
Don't
move.
flip us over,
What,
man.
us Memphis?
Don't.
I'll say
Come on, bro.
I look
Don't
out for
flip-
Memphis, man.
'Cause, bro,
Us,
you-
Memphis,
gang. Tell me right now with a straight face, we are at least the 2 seed in this conference.
no, we would be.
At least
Probably.
the 2 seed.
I'm good. 3 seed in the
Minimum.
West.
I mean,
So-
we're only that's only
would
one
say-
seed higher than we are now. So
I
that's
said
not
at
crazy.
least.
Wait, I
I'm
think
being
what is it,
generous.
like a 3-game difference?
Yeah, we get 4 games against.
Let's
Nah,
do
the
that.
Pistons are better
You
than
can't
us.
We
say that.
get
Game and a half
4 games.
We got
No.
4 games against the
I
Kings
can't-
and
I
lost
can't
to
because I'm gonna be real, gang. We losing to we're also losing to good Western Conference teams. Gang, if I got to play,
We lost it. We've lost
We
against.
lost a bad Western
I would
Conference.
say
team.
the
Kings to the
Celtics did
Pelicans.
just beat us.
They did, bro.
we
They
beat
lost our
them by
ass.
30 the first time we played
And
them.
then they beat us by 30.
Yeah.
I'm not
They-
moved
they
by
hit
that,
us
bro.
up, head up.
What's their record against teams that's good
We
again?
suck, man.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Gang said 2-9 against the top 3. You know what our record is against
Funny
teams that
though,
are good?
hey, you know one of the two is.
We are one of the losses. We are, but see, our record against teams above 500, like top 3 in the league, though. So
It is. All right. Anyways,
You're not playing top 5
I
above
think-
500 teams in the East?
oh,
So
you
I
know
got to
what?
see Jordy 3
Fair.
times a
I-
year.
So we gonna be worse to be playing all the ass teams? I'm
Seem
nothing.
like it.
I'm nothing.
I feel like the conversation of contenders versus pretenders, it kind of implies that like a pretender is someone who like you squint, you might think they can go to the finals or like be a contender. I think there is no world in any like on God's green earth where the Raptors or the Sixers are contenders.
Can I?
So
No,
I think
I disagree.
I don't agree.
I
I
disagree
don't
with
agree.
Sixers.
I'm gonna tell you.
Sixers.
I'll get to
Yeah.
that in a second. But my point is, I think calling the Raptors pretenders is wrong. They're not even pretenders. They're just not good.
They're the Super 6 seed.
They
Oh,
don't
the
even
Super
wanna be in the
6
combo.
seed. They not ass, but it's like, you know what I mean?
They're
Like
not-
they
they're not
cool,
contenders.
bro.
They're the
Like,
Super
just
6
great.
seed,
Yeah,
man.
they're not
Only
a team
like
that we should
because
be looking
pretender
at.
got a negative connotation.
this is
I
a
don't want to shit on the Raptors.
It's funny.
is a
They just
playing team
like,
that's benefiting from
yeah,
the
they're
East.
not supposed to see the second round.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Yeah, like
really
they
not.
supposed to just play a series.
I can't
and
even
go
squint
home,
and see
bro.
them winning a
Like,
series.
You know what's supposed to happen? Colin Murray Bowles is supposed to have like a really good game 3 of a series, and they lose in 5.
I'm telling you,
that's
bro.
supposed to happen.
You gotta do the Larry O'Brien test, bro. Close your
Can
eyes.
you picture him
Can-
holding the trophy?
Can you imagine Cade holding the trophy? Yes. Can I imagine Tatum holding the trophy? I've seen it. Can I
I can
imagine
imagine at
Brunson
some
doing
point. I
it?
don't know about this year though.
Can I
Can I
imagine,
imagine
Scotty Barnes?
Can I imagine
I'm gonna be
Brandon
real-
Ingram
I can't
holding the
imagine
Larry
none of these
O'Brien?
niggas holding a trophy this year, bro.
I can't imagine Brandon Ingram.
I will
Nah,
say,
but Brandon Ingram Finals MVP.
No, like you said,
That's bad.
Yeah, hell
no,
no, that's
you-
not
you
good
said-
for sport at all, bro.
Bro, I'm so real. You said Dennis Schroeder is a player that can't be allowed to win.
Yeah,
finals.
that's a player that's
Brandon
not winning
Ingram
the
is a
ring.
player that cannot
Yeah,
be allowed
that's
to
a
win
player that's
finals.
not
I'm
winning the
sorry,
ring,
bro.
bro.
He's on my hate watch. I hate him.
That's-
I don't
that's-
like
that's your
Brandon
hate
Ingram,
watch,
but I'm
man.
gonna keep it a
I
right.
don't
gang.
like
He not
Brandon
winning
Ingram,
the
bro.
ring,
Nah,
He
B, I
can't.
can give you, B, I can give you one,
I
bro.
said he already won.
B, I can give you a ring.
He
Man.
should not, bro.
Hell no.
He won.
Real playoff riser. Folks can't dispute that.
He
Real,
is
real
objectively-
playoff riser.
Gang, don't he got like 6 playoff games?
Yeah, he
6
averaged
great
like
playoff
37
games.
though.
What about,
Come on,
I
bro.
say, what about that?
Gang, he said playoff run off one
about the
series. Hey, man. Come on, this what I'll be
Hey, we're
talking
gonna see it
about.
this year.
I'm
They're gonna
nothing,
make the
bro.
playoffs. We're gonna see it
They
this
are
year.
they are
That
gonna make
nigga's
it. They at least guarantee 4 games.
Okay.
I disagree with the next team, and I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you why.
This team is
If-
interesting.
If Joel Embiid's surgeon is as good as we think
Okay,
he is,
that's why.
he's the best player in this conference,
but-
and it's not close.
But here's why. Just how us does not believe in James Harden.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do not believe in Joel Embiid
That
ever.
is very
and
fair.
I do want to go. I don't
Fair.
believe in him ever to be healthy. I think it's done. I think he's.
Some people, they still might got the best player in almost every series.
I mean,
they
yeah,
play with
but
Maxey
if they don't
anyway.
have a healthy Joel Embiid, they don't escape the first round.
Again, respect to
I
Maxey
don't believe in him.
and who he is in a vacuum. He is not floor racing that team. The no stat
Nah,
backs
it's
that
a
up.
ceiling race.
The team is not good when it's just him.
Can I
It
read
hasn't
out?
been good
can
for
I read out
years.
Joel Embiid's last 10 games?
No, he's a
Yeah.
monster when he's
30,
healthy.
32.1 points per game, 8.9 rebounds,
Yeah,
5.4 assists,
I was
64.3
gonna say,
true shooting.
It's funny
Yeah.
that like 27, 8, and 4 on 61 TS is a down season for Joel Embiid. But my point is, I just don't believe him to be healthy.
Hey man,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
that's
just
very
think he was an all-star,
I'm
man.
sorry. When you've shown
Yeah.
me a million times that come May, your face breaks, your
I think
arm
the-
breaks, your leg breaks.
So one thing that I'm
Something's
going to
gonna
give
be
the
broken,
Sixers
bro.
credit for is they seem to have been very diligent in his injury management. Like
Yeah.
they have been very open about it with the league and with the fan base and said like, hey, he's
And
just
31
going
is
to have
by the
to
way.
sit games out because we want him to be ready in the playoffs. Man, if the version of Joel Embiid that's just played this year in the games he's played, if that version is what we see in the
they're a
playoffs,
contender.
man, don't let Paul George come back. Because
Yeah,
I'll be real.
getting the
Before
Knicks
the
first round, bro.
before the
Don't let Paul.
What-
You know
yeah,
what?
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
it,
man.
bro.
hey, bro,
Don't let
I don't know.
George
I don't know
come
what he
back.
got caught doing. Hey man, I was seeing PG really moving before he got caught on that
Man,
stuff.
I've seen enough.
Bro, that's
Paul
why he
George
got caught on
playoff
that stuff. He dropped 30
He
and Adam said
did.
something is up.
I've seen enough.
Did y'all
of Paul
see what he
George
was
in a
apparent?
playoff
We
set.
let's not. We got to talk about it. We don't got to talk about
I
that.
don't need that. I don't. Yeah, so they're paying Paul George $30 million.
Perkins said P not rocking with y'all, man.
Nah.
No bullshit. I was
This ain't a
dead
contender.
as I was dead as entertaining Philly until you
That's
said
Paul
Paul George.
George.
Man,
I
nah,
forgot
bro.
Paul George was on
he
the
was
roster.
solid.
I'm not gonna let folks poop
was
on
like
Philly,
a
man.
really
We
solid-
were just talking about the Knicks, bro. Them niggas contenders, bro.
They're contenders?
On me. If the Sixers and the Knicks play in a series, and I'm guaranteed 5 games are Joel Embiid, I'm picking the Sixers.
Guaranteed 5
I'm picking the
games.
Sixers.
Five games.
Joel
What about
I'm picking the
playoff fee?
Sixers. I don't care about that. I don't care
You
about
don't
that.
care about as,
Yeah, what happened the last time Tyrese
No.
Maxey played the Knicks in the playoffs?
I'm gonna be real because PG in this
They
scenario
lost?
was like
He
you
was
don't have to
giving
rely
niggas
on
30.
PG. You got
And
Quentin
losses?
Grimes. What else they got? You got Grimes though.
I'm
You got
nothing.
VJ. Like
I'm
you got
nothing.
different options. You don't have to rely on Paul George. He's supposed to just be like an overpaid fallback option. That's what he is at this point. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Sixers. Nick Nurse is one hell of a coach. He's a coach that knows what it takes to win 4 series and make
does.
the
He does.
necessary adjustments. I think they have the talent to do
Hey,
it.
man, that's a head coach can hold Lario, man.
I will say, I think the one thing
He's
that
gonna
I'm,
pass
yeah,
Lario
one thing I'm
test.
concerned about is VJ Edge come average 16 a game for him. I get he's had a hell of a rookie season, tailed off laddering compared to how he
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
But man, they really relying on a rookie. And that's just it's not fair to put on VJ Edge coming your first playoff run to say, like, we need you to be a third option at times for us in order to win games. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what's holding me back and calling them like true contenders. But if Joel Embiid is healthy, if he is what we have
Joel
seen
Embiid
this
is out,
year,
man.
It's
if
just too big
Joel
of a net.
Embiid is just what we've seen this year,
If Anthony
it's
Davis is
nobody in the
healthy, man.
league that can play it. It's nobody in the league.
Yeah.
If Kawhi Leonard's healthy,
Yeah.
Shit, he been healthy.
Speaking of
Let's say
Kawhi,
Kawhi,
I
yeah,
would
when
actually
they
have more
actually did that.
confidence. in Kawhi.
The Clippers just said,
and I don't
"Yeah,
have faith in
screw
him
it."
either.
Yeah, Clippers just
And
said,
honestly, I
"Screw
don't
it."
have faith. I mean, they're not going to be in the playoffs. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't.
Hey,
have
if-
that. Well,
if-
no,
if-
maybe, but they're the 10 seed, so maybe he gets
Hey,
50 or 2 games.
if Kawhi want to take a pay cut on the next
make
extension, man, I got a couple homes.
I mean, we were talking about it. The team that needs
They
to go
should.
get him is the
it's
Pistons.
Detroit. Yeah,
Man,
I think they should. They
Put
should
him in
definitely
bubble
be
wrap and just have him for the playoffs.
'Cause,
They win the whole
At this
thing.
point, if
Yeah.
I'm the Clippers, you need young talent, and the Pistons have young talent. And if I'm the Pistons, I'm gonna be real.
Need a
I
second
was
scorer.
super high on Ron Holland. If I can flip Ron Holland for
Good
Kawhi,
kid, good head on the shoulders.
I'm about to be. I'm flipping Ron Holland like.
Hey, I'm flipping.
Can I tell you where my line would
skipping.
be? And it's very, very dangerous.
You can't
I
have a Sar.
don't know if I'd want to give up a Sar.
No, they can't.
No,
have
you
Sar.
can't. That's your defense.
I
That
don't
is
know
your
if I
defense.
would.
No, you're not getting. You're
Can
not
I
getting.
tell you what's really gonna stink for him contract wise? They probably got to give up beef stew.
Oh man,
It's gonna sting.
But you got to do it.
You gotta do it.
Oh,
You
no.
got to do it, but you know it's what it's gonna feel like getting rid of Dylan Brooks.
I mean,
That's what it's gonna feel.
cool.
That's
I mean,
no, but we said cool as well. That's a major part of your identity as a team.
Nah,
Forget
we got issues with our head coach and Melo.
I said, we-
No,
we-
I'm not
we
saying-
got
I'm
issues.
not saying
We
to
got
be.
other
I'm not saying to be
issues,
a
bro.
1-to-1, but I don't think that you can just like lose an Isaiah Stewart from your locker room.
No.
I don't think you can. Like that's
he's Detroit.
and I
coach right
think
now.
and I think I think this is where it is similar to the Rocket situation. I think replacing that type of loud personality who
with
is
Kawhi Leonard,
with a Kawhi Leonard, with a Kevin Durant, going to guys who aren't what we seem to like, at least as fans, look at and say natural leader. Replacing those guys with the rah-rah guy, I'll take a suspension for the team. I'll take the tech for the team. I'll make sure somebody gets, in Isaiah Stewart's case, actually punched in the face when we need it to happen.
he's well-
Replacing that with Kawhi
Actually,
Leonard,
how much,
who ain't gonna play but twice a week or once a week.
So they have
It's surging
Duncan
good, man.
Robinson's contract.
I think he's
Karis LeVert's
expiring.
No,
Is he not?
no.
Is it an option on that?
No, unless
I'm about to say,
the Pistons payroll on. I mean,
Funny enough,
that's where
because I'm thinking for my 2K My Leagues, it might be a team option of all things. Funny enough,
I was gonna say because he's getting about.
Yeah, if he's that important,
think
just
it's-
find other salary. Because I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
you gotta
I'll be
find
honest.
money.
If I'm
think
the
he's guaranteed
Clippers,
money.
if I'm the Clippers, again, full respect to Beef Stew, but that's also not like a crazy asset.
I said they
Like,
have Duncan Robinson's making about
I want
16
picks
million.
if we need.
Yeah, I
Karis
want
LeVert's
picks.
making about.
oh, they
15
did just
million.
you know what they did? They traded
Yeah,
Duncan. That's
I would
why.
say Paul Reed's
Nah, I would go for Kawhi.
another 6 million right there, and then I
you gotta find.
Also, I don't know how
correct
big
me
of
if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Pistons also have all their draft picks.
They have all
Yeah,
their
yeah,
picks,
they
but
do.
this is they have to pay during the summer.
Yep.
That's the
They
one
do.
thing.
Yeah.
They have
So they do got to pay.
Duren
But
and they
there's
are-
a world where they can pay Duren and go make a
They
trade.
are also
Yeah,
a
they
summer.
can make it work.
Solar.
Wait, I'm pretty sure it would be. No, see now.
Actually, I lied.
Because
No,
Tobias
no,
is
that would be this
expiring.
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be this summer because Tobias
No,
is
but you
expiring.
don't
So-
have to extend Asar this summer.
You don't
kinda
have to,
don't
but
want him
I'm
in our
yeah,
favor.
I'm
I
gonna be
want him
real
in
though,
our favor.
gang.
Don't let him make it all
If he
defense
make
team.
this
I'm
first
I'm
team
going to
all
limb.
defense,
I am pro RFA, bro. None of these
Okay,
players come out of that shit
my
winning.
thing is if you're the Pistons,
That's because all the
the
bad ones
reason
go
why
there.
the Rockets are okay with Tari Eason hitting RF, I said this last night. If the Brooklyn Nets decide, hey, we're going to give
Somebody's
Tari
gonna
Eason
pay Asar
$30+
Thompson.
million, good luck to you, Tari. Someone's gonna pay Asar Thompson.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
He might
know
be
what
too
I'm saying?
good.
And this
So,
ain't
He
like
might be too
that
good.
a
happens.
team's
That's
going
fair.
to. It's the problem. A team's going to overpay
Yeah.
Asar Thompson.
Yeah.
And now you have to
Rightfully so.
decide: am I letting him walk for free or am I mad?
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
He's a-
you gotta pay him.
He's gonna get paid.
I
for
agree.
something.
Yeah, Asar might be too
gotta pay
good.
him early.
He might be too
I
good.
mean, even like the Tari thing, we have a tad bit of leverage because of the injury stuff. Gang, if Tari was healthy, we'd be in the same boat. Whereas you got to
Oh, yeah,
pay him
he'd be
for
if
it.
Tari was healthy, he would have.
He would have signed already. Yeah,
Yes,
wouldn't be
yeah.
a question.
But
wouldn't even
that
be a
goes
question.
to the point that the reason why RFA works is because the guys who aren't that good go there. But if you let someone who's actually good go there, it's going to get snatched up.
Okay, very fair.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone in the play-in that's jumping out at you?
The play-in is crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. Who is in the play-in? Hold on, let me
The,
all
the
the
normal
matches.
suspects.
Oh man, the Atlanta
Hey, man,
Miami
you know,
Invitational, man.
the
They're not
Invitational,
gonna win.
bro.
We're talking about on
Hell
Discord.
yeah.
I am rooting for. Well, actually, no, I'm not rooting for the Hornets. I lied.
I low key am. I kind of
No,
the
I
playoffs.
want them to be the 8 seed.
You know,
I need
would.
that Hornets
In
Pistons playoff
terms
series.
of basketball, I am. I do not hope that fan base sees happiness. So no, I am.
I
Not
mean,
rooting for the
gang,
Hornets.
like
Hey, LaMelo, man.
you don't really gotta.
we
Like,
watching
that's
with-
like wishing
remember-
down
roll
on
the
someone who
podcast
been
clip.
homeless their whole
I
life.
need them to stay home.
Also,
Like,
I
gang,
will
they
say, bro,
been homeless their whole life. They got one.
They
bro,
seen a little bit.
they
of
literally
success
never won a
and started
playoff
talking
series,
crazy.
bro.
Bro,
They-
And they
the
for sure-
Bulls got their.
Let's not shut that down.
The Bulls got their play-in invitational chain snatched, bro.
Oh, they're
Nah,
12.
Nah,
Oh,
good-
no,
hey,
man.
hey, Chicago. Good for you.
I'm nothing.
We're breaking
Good.
curses,
You know what's
man.
nasty though?
Did
for
it
you.
say
They're
10-game losing streak?
they're
Yes,
still- they're still
11.
not,
11.
11-game losing streak.
They're still not low enough. That's the sad part.
No, funny enough, they're low key in like perfect
Jump
range.
territory?
They're low key in perfect jump into the top 4 range.
Yeah.
So they're 20.
See,
Still not low
and
enough.
Oh
Listen,
my goodness.
This is what I'm saying
I'm
with the
gonna
tank.
do a tankathon spin right now.
Montas and Cam Boozer?
They got two.
They did Joe.
Montas and Cam?
This is what I'm saying
my
with the
son's
tanking
free.
combo, bro. Like the teams we be saying, like, oh my God, why are you doing this? They can't get to the bottom. No way. These niggas that lost 11 in a row, and they
It's
still got a,
it's
No, no.
professional
they
losers.
have a 7-game lead on the Pistons or the
But
Wizards.
okay, to be fair, the Bulls were not hard.
No, they're not. No, I know. I'm just saying in general, like they're bad. They've been really bad after starting off decent, and even then, they still cannot catch these really bad teams. Like they're just not bad
The
enough.
bottom of the East is so crazy to
it's
look
It
at,
is
bro.
a
Win teams in the
true
West, too.
tank off.
The bottom of the East
Nah,
is so
it's
crazy
3
to look
15
at.
win teams in the East, though,
It's
man. I'm
a
nothing on
true
that,
tank
bro.
off, bro.
I'm nothing on that, man. The pace is not really.
I mean,
they
is
just
the gap
bad for
between an
them.
18-win team and a 15-win team that big?
No.
Bro, as bad as the Pelicans are, they would be the 12th seed in the East.
Yeah, they might actually be the 12th seed. No boy.
Bro, think about that. Conceivably, think
No,
about
boy.
that. There are 3 teams in the East worse
I
than the
think the
Pelicans.
Jazz probably would
Wait,
be
what
in
do
the
you mean by
play-in.
that? The Pelicans?
No funny.
The Pelicans
'cause-
have
okay.
19 wins, right?
Oh, you're saying a
18,
team would have to go out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
I think the Jazz dead ass might
No,
actually make
the
the play-in
Pelicans
in
have
the East,
18
bro.
wins.
Yeah, which is
Like-
Oh, yeah, the Jazz
4
could
more
tank in
than-
the
Like that conference
I don't
is
think they
so
could. I don't
ass,
think the
dude.
Jazz
Jesus
like-
Christ, man. The Grizzlies probably would be in the play-in in the East, bro.
Actually, no, the Jazz could tank. They're not better than Miami. They're not better than Charlotte. They're not better than. They're
I mean,
better than
they gonna be where the
Yeah.
Bucks are.
But all right.
Yeah, that's probably where they.
All right. We recap territory then. So then, all right. Pistons contender.
Yes.
Unanimous besides Isaiah. Celtics.
I mean, I'll go on the lines that they're contenders because they are the favorite to come out the conference.
Okay,
If you make
all
the
right.
finals, you have a chance.
yeah. Pistons contender. Celtics. We
Yeah,
all said
I'm nothing. on that.
pretender without Tatum, contender with Tatum.
Yeah.
He says contender regardless. Knicks, I'm saying contender.
Pretender.
I think your guys
That
pretenders.
Stinks. I'm sorry.
They
We're saying
can, they
contenders.
can make the conference.
They can make the
finals.
conference
So I think
finals.
they're
I
contenders.
think they can do
but
it.
like,
Okay, Cavs. I'm saying pretender.
I
Contender
am with the contender on conditions, but yes,
contender-ish.
I believe it.
I'm gonna be
what are
real,
you?
man. I'm gonna just go and say pretender. Bro.
I'm
Like,
pretender
he's
as well
already
on the
hurt,
Cavs.
bro.
Yeah, I can't.
If they were healthy, I'd say contender. They're already
Raptors.
in.
Good for you, Raptors.
Pretender.
Yeah, I don't even want to
Honestly,
say
good for
no,
you.
this is
I don't-
not good for them.
I don't want to say
This is what they
pretender, bro.
wanted.
No, they need to be where the Pacers are.
Nah,
That's
cause
what
This is what they
I'm-
wanted,
That's
bro.
what they need to
I
be.
think
They're in the
well,
second apron.
Yeah,
I'm about to say they can't be down there, bro.
that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. No, but yeah, I'm happy for the Raptors.
Should not be. I
no.
would not be happy. if I was a Raptor.
Sixers, I think pretender
Taking all that
because
money for a
I,
first round
I will
exit.
say if I'm giving that argument to the Cavs, I have to be consistent here. I cannot count on
No,
a
but
healthy
Embiid been
Joel
playing
Embiid.
At least Harden's
But I
gonna
can't
be
count
there.
him-
He might stink, but he gonna be there.
A healthy Joel Embiid
I'm saying
playoff run does not
contenders. Them
exist.
niggas
Joel
playing
Embiid-
first round,
they are
man.
not
Do you have a
contenders.
plan?
They playing the Knicks first round, man. I'm sorry,
I'm
bro.
saying
Oh,
pretender.
nah. If they play, yeah, if it is
Like,
Knicks
getting
first
I'm
round.
sorry, bro. Like, getting the Knicks is at. I promise you, bro. I promise you, gang.
You don't trust the Mike Brown stat PNR?
If Embiid give me 5 games, they winning that series. I promise you, they are.
What if you know
That's
you got
all I need.
Gives me
That's all I
5
need is
games.
5
he,
games.
he give you 3.
All right, yeah, I'm nothing.
If Embiid gives you 5
3.
games,
That's not gonna do shit,
No,
bro.
he gonna play.
Gotta win
No,
4.
he gonna play in 6 of them. You gonna get Embiid for 3 games. Can Maxey win you 1?
Yeah.
No.
Shit, he dropped 50 on them last time they played.
If it happens, fun. Pretenders.
shake
And
that
then
hand.
7, 8, 9, 10. We didn't say a word about the Magic.
What does it
Rightfully
say?
so.
Yeah, so what does that say?
Say a
Good-
word.
good-
They
good
best player not even
game.
playing.
Real.
Right.
The best player
I
not
want
playing.
Desmond Bain.
Yeah, so respect Desmond Bain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Franz.
Franz is still better.
Desmond
I think
Bain.
Franz better. Franz better.
Bro, y'all
Franz
think we can make a call for Desmond Bain, bro?
No, bro, he
should.
just got
They
traded.
say they just traded.
We can't. We can't.
They need him.
They got-
Yeah, we can't flip a flip.
They
I mean,
need
Hey,
him.
I'll make a call for Suggs. For
I
sure.
would call for sex too.
For
I would let
sure.
Ooh,
it.
that contract kind of.
I'm not
It's
30 mil.
It's 30
Is
flat.
he-
I'm kind of cool with it.
Bro,
He's
but
worth
like,
that.
but like, how many is he?
You wouldn't do Jabari for Suggs.
Is he starting and playing 30 plus minutes?
Out the mud.
I don't need him to.
I know because I would. Can I,
If he getting paid 30 mil, he better be playing
Alright,
30
it's-
minutes.
funny enough, I would
That's
play.
too much of a
Yeah, you gotta play at least one. You gotta play at least 1 minute per million, bro.
I want to get this off. I want to continue this in Discord. I would play Reed, Suggs, and men together. I think it works.
I would
You-
do that,
hang on,
but I don't know if
that is
Jalen
a
Suggs'
university
body can do
defense.
that.
I must say, I think that works.
Suggs and the men on defense together.
I think that works.
Jesus Christ. I think he's not saying he's going to be this player in terms of play style, but like in terms of he got flipped and then broke out in terms of that role. I think he's the next Derek White flip.
I mean, he can dribble and
The
pass.
problem with what Orlando's got going on right now, I don't want to hold the conversation up, but
he ain't never
problem
played
with what they got
30
going
minutes.
on. Anthony Black's been really good, and Anthony Black is essentially playing the role that they also want Jalen Suggs to play.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah, they have
pay
a logjam.
both of them, and
You cannot
Anthony
both.
Black's going to want to get paid, and deservedly so. So I'm
Yeah.
very interested to see what they do with those two.
All right.
But that's it. That has been the Right Read podcast. That has been the Right Read podcast. As always, new episodes Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date with everything. New episodes again Tuesdays and Fridays, so be sure to turn that notification bell. Everybody's links will be down below in the description. And that has been the Right Read podcast. We'll see y'all next time.